Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. So let's talk about children in the UK. Do you bring your child when you're relocating? Do you leave them back home? I have gotten that question quite a lot from a lot of mothers, a lot of parents who are planning to relocate to UK and they've got children. They come to my inbox, Frida, what should I do? Okay, guys, this is my opinion. This is my opinion, guys. And if someone else has something else, please just comment. This is a free space. You can always comment and we can all learn from each other. So as you all know, guys, I left my baby pretty young. I left him when he was 2 months old. And I can tell you guys, it was not easy for me. It was not easy. And I know it's not easy for any parents to leave their child back home. But what I can also say is that I thank God I took the decision that I made of leaving my baby at 2 months, because I think that was the best decision I made for myself and for my child. Okay, so for me, I would advise you, if you're relocating to UK, from my point of view, I would advise you to come first and then organize yourself, get to learn about this country, and then when you come, especially if you're a nurse, you'll be in a free accommodation for 2 months. And this accommodation, if you're coming as a single parent, this accommodation is just for single occupancy. You cannot stay there with your children. You cannot stay there with your children at all, especially the accommodation that I had, but they had family accommodation. Another thing, if you're coming from UK to Kenya, from Kenya to the UK as well, from where you're coming from, Nigeria, Ghana, if the hospital will be paying for you, then you'll be the one paying for your family, for your children, for your husband, for them to come with you. So the hospital will just pay for you, but you will be paying for your family. So for my advice is, come first. You've got let's see how this country is, because you need to look for a house if you've got your child 1-2 bedroom and all that, and you can look at the prices. Okay, and some people, when they come in, they can go into a very expensive place that is so hard for you to pay rent. So if you come in and you live in a place very expensive, you can look into even moving into a relatively cheaper place before you bring in your child. I've done a video on a childcare in the UK. You can check it out and see and watch it before you bring your child. See if even you can get a childminder on hand before you bring your child. Find a friend, find a colleague, find your community, where you can help each other, and ask single parents. If you're a single parent, ask people like, how do you manage childcare in the UK? Because there's a lot of single parents who are really doing it very, very well here in the UK, and all you need is just to get hold of them, ask them these questions. How do you do it? If you're in a position you feel you can come with your family because you've got a very good support system, because maybe you've got your husband, you can bring in at least. If you have a support system, that's all right. It's up to you, and that's fine, because at least you have someone by your side making decision with, and all that. But what you need to do is you'll need an accommodation. Maybe you can ask the hospital, do they offer family accommodation? And then maybe you'll be paying that family accommodation a certain amount of money. So it's just asking and sending an email if you want to really come with your family and you don't want to leave them behind. But for that person who does not have any support, who they are single parents, like for me, I moved as a single parent. I didn't have, at that time, all I had is just my baby to stay with my mom. And I thank God I made that decision, because the way I felt when I came in, I was in the point that I felt my baby is better off taken care by my mom back home. I don't mean I'm a bad mother, but it's because I felt like, how am I gonna take care of my child? That, if you don't have a proper plan of how you're gonna take care of your child, I'm telling you, one day you might sit down and think, oh my God, I just need to take my son back home, or I need to take my children back home because of this and this. I can't take care of them right now. I can't do this. So I think that's why you need a proper plan on what you want to do, on how you're going to go about it. And if it's becoming a challenge, let your children stay with your parents, your grandma, your friend. If you feel like they're safe wherever they are, that's all right, until you figure it out, until you plan, until you've got everything planned and ready to bring your child, because it can be very challenging when you don't have a proper guide or how you're gonna do things, especially when it comes to children, you know. And what I mean to say is that before you bring your child, please make sure you do your research, talk to other parents. So talk to single parents if you're a single mom, talk to single parents if you've got your partner as well. Just what I can say, also let your partners know or your husband know, like, this is how the life is in the UK. I'll be going to work, you'll be left with the baby, taking care of the baby, so that they can know what they'll be coming into. So that at least to avoid a lot of people being depressed, a lot of people feeling so low in mood, you know. Especially sometimes in this country, one of the challenges is getting an opportunity for your husband, getting an opportunity for your partner, for them to work in an area that they really enjoy. It might take a little bit of time on that, so just be aware of these small things. But what I'm gonna say is that it's doable. If you're a single parent, it's doable. There's a lot of single parents in the UK, they are doing it, and you can do it. All you need to do is come in, know how people are doing it, learn how they are doing it, find a house for your family, you know, and all that. And all that, I think for me, just come first and then bring your child later, if it's possible. Bring them even after 3 months, bring them after 1 year, after 2 years, after 5 years. That is up to you on how long you want to take to bring your family. That what I can say is up to you. I would not blame any mother for leaving their child back home, because I understand how childcare here in the UK is, because you need someone to take care of your baby when you're at work. It's not like Kenya. Kenya is easy, very easy. You can take your child to your neighbor. Can you look after my child? And they won't even ask you for money. But here, childcare is very, very, very different. Very, very different. You really need to sit down and think and see what you can do, you know, plan yourself, find out how people are doing it. Guys, thank you so much for clicking onto this video, and I do hope I've answered your question. I do hope I've answered this question the best way I can. And yeah, just make sure, before, you know, you've got a lot of responsibilities as a nurse before you come in this kind. When you come in, you've got to do your OSCE, you have to deal with some culture shock, you have to deal with, you know, a lot of competencies being signed in here and there. First come, do your research, feel satisfied with your research, and now you know that I can conquer it, I can do it. And after that, start looking into bringing your child here in the UK. Otherwise, guys, I hope I've answered your question in the most possible way I can. And if you're here in the UK, please, all I'm saying, this channel is open. Comment on the comment section, like, share, and just support me, guys. Okay, so let's just interact in the comment section and see, how are people managing childcare in the UK? Did you bring your child first, or did you come first? Would you advise someone to come with a family, or to leave the child back home and bring them afterwards? So what's your take on this? What's your take on this, guys? So let's get interacting on the comment section. I'm so excited. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate you for all you do, for all you click on my videos, for taking your time to watch me, guys. I don't take it for granted, and all I want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Till we see you again in the next video. Bye.